I'm Robin Greer. Today we're going to talk about a project that Catalyst has been working on called the Broadband Interoperability Platform. This project is funded by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security through its Small Business Innovative Research Program. DHS issued a solicitation for this project back in 2023. Catalyst competed for it and won it. At that time, DHS saw the need for connecting disparate push-to-talk over broadband services that public safety agencies were already using but could not communicate with one another. In other videos, Catalyst has shown how we are enabling communications with push-to-talk over broadband services that are compliant with the third-generation partnership project standards, and how those can be used to interwork with legacy land mobile radio systems. In this video, we'll show you how Catalyst can connect to proprietary push-to-talk over cellular services and how we can connect those services together. What's important is that we use standards to do that. DHS has strongly encouraged us and frankly everybody to use standards, and that is our approach. Let's begin this discussion by looking at a diagram. On the left side, you'll see a push-to-talk over broadband service that is compliant with the third-generation partnership project standards. Catalyst connects into those systems using a portion of that standard called the client interface. In the center is the Broadband Interoperability Platform, and on the right is a proprietary push-to-talk over cellular service. The standard that we have chosen to connect to those services is published by the Telecommunications Industry Association under the umbrella of the Project 25 standards, and it is called the Console Subsystem Interface, or CSSI. One of the reasons that we chose CSSI is that various push-to-talk over cellular services advertise that they already support CSSI as a way to connect to legacy land mobile radio systems. Another reason we chose it is that it is a mature standard and is widely supported by champions of interoperability. The last portion of the diagram is up top, and that is a tool to administer the interoperability between these disparate systems. Earlier this year, Catalyst demonstrated this capability via a virtual meeting. I'll share with you a segment of that recording where we demonstrated interoperability between AT&T's FirstNet push-to-talk and L3Harris's proprietary push-to-talk over cellular service called BIOP. In that demonstration, we used this tool, this Catalyst console, we call it Propulsion, to administer interoperability between those services. What you'll see is a solution that is very scalable, that supports both encrypted and unencrypted critical voice communications and connects those talk groups in any combination and records the critical metadata like unit ID that goes with each call. Here's the segment.
Again, what we want to show today for the Task 2 demonstration is the way that we can connect encrypted voice between two push-to-talk over cellular services. So the display that we're seeing here, let me just sort of give you a quick orientation. Mike went through this, but again, on the left is a display of one of the screens of a phone. And maybe, Mike, you can just hold up a phone, one of the ones that's not being displayed. But again, these are cell phones here. And you're seeing the display real time of a FirstNet push-to-talk phone. In the center, Mike described that as Propulsion. That is our console. That's what we are using today to control the interoperability. And you'll see two resources, two talk groups for FirstNet push-to-talk on the left. On the right, you'll see two different talk groups for the BIOP system on the right. Below that is the call history. So as calls go on, you'll see those coming around. In the center between FirstNet and L3 Harris are the way that we control the patches or the interoperability between the two. And then on the far right, you'll see the display of the cell phone that is running the L3 Harris Beyond app and all of the different talk groups and calls and things going on with that. So I'm going to start by asking Mike to create a patch, if you will, or interoperability between the encrypted Beyond Talk group and FirstNet push to talk, and you'll see those indications in those resources corresponding to the groups that are patched together. Now I'm going to ask Mike to transmit on the Beyond phone that you see displayed there on the screen. And if you look at the bottom of that display, when he transmits, you'll see that indication going on that he is transmitting. And you'll see in the resources in the upper right-hand corner in the Beyond resource, you'll see the call coming in. You'll see that unit ID, and with the keys up again, you'll see the call going out on FirstNet push to talk. Key up again on Beyond, you'll see call coming in on the right, going in, out on the left, and you see the display on the left-hand side. That is the display of that cell phone that's running the FirstNet push to talk app. And you can key up again on that, and I just show you, and you can hear the audio to some extent on this phone coming through. It's a little difficult being remote. Right. And now when I key up on this phone coming in the other direction, you'll see that being displayed again on the console. You see it coming in, and the on this phone is hearing it. You see the call coming in on that resource for FirstNet push to talk, going back out on Beyond and being displayed there on the Beyond phone. So encryption security is a key part of the work that Catalyst is doing.
What you've just seen is a demonstration of interoperability, and it's just one example of how Catalyst can connect multiple push-to-talk over broadband services to one another and to land mobile radio systems. Using CSSI to connect proprietary services is just one example of the innovative thinking that the Catalyst engineering team has employed in solving problems for public safety and other critical communications agencies. I invite you to learn more about Catalyst solutions for interoperability by visiting our website or give us a call. Thank you.